Tell me, what are you? Who are you? This is no man. This is no machine. Tell me, do you bleed? How is this possible? No, it cannot be. He's beginning to believe.
Yep, hello, this is Sounds of a Million, Mr. Catello. Just giving you, I'll say, a remastered version of my Call of Duty gaming ideas. I'm going to call it the Call of Duty Greatest Template, how to make Call of Duty great again. And I'm going to be diving into mainly the creator class system. Right, so I'm going to put images up in the screen, so you should see right now pictures of a creator class perk tier system, which I've implemented and created from scratch. Obviously some of the ideas are from previous Call of Duty games anyway, but with my twist in it. Now, just like Modern Warfare 2 and games after that, Modern Warfare 3, there will be a continuation of pro perks, but not only that, it will increase to elite perks. So you have your base perk, which is neutral, plain, base and simple. Then you have, when you complete challenges towards that perk, you get a pro version. Then after that you get an elite version. So one perk will have about 3 different abilities. So how I want it to be is that, as it reads, perks in create class, perk tiers, can only pick 2 perks from any tier. So you can pick any perk you want, only 2 max, and you can pick from any tier. And I've split these tiers into different categories. As you can see in the red, tier 1 is aggression, putting pressure on enemy players and being fast paced, right, moving into action. You see all the names there. Tier 2 is more geared towards intelligence, intel, insight, seeing things more clearer. Tier 3 is more into stealth, your silent movement, being undetectable, being more evasive towards players and streaks and equipments. Then there's tier 4, which is high stakes, basically getting extra benefits during gameplay and how you play, depending on how you play, right? Giving you an extra edge basically. So I'll split it into 3 different things, and I'm going to go straight into the perks. So I'll probably split the video into 4 or 2, depends how last in this one. So I'm going to go straight into tier 1. You can see the picture. In tier 1 we have adrenaline. And what is adrenaline? The base perk is damage taken increases sprint and super sprint speed. Right, so when you're hurt, you run faster. Pro, faster equipment usage and throw back frag grenades faster. It's quite simple. You get to use your grenades, your equipments, your tacticals, your lethals. You use it faster. Elite version, pick up guns faster and reload faster. The next one is Trackstar, and it is increased stamina for these specific things: jumping, action maneuvering, which I'm going to explain shortly, and super sprint. Super sprint you should be aware of in Modern Warfare 2019, where you can, I think it's called super sprint or tactical sprint, where you can run faster. However, you have a slower sprint to fire time. So let me explain this. So basically in this game, we're going to go back to the old ways where you have a stamina bar. You have stamina. Now, to make it balanced and to stop people from bunny hopping and jumping and sliding too often, so we're not gonna execute it completely, or eliminate it completely, should I say. However, we're gonna put a balance to it. So if you're jumping, you keep jumping, bunny hopping, it's gonna deplete your stamina even more. if you're action maneuvering, which I'm going to explain right now. Action maneuvering it's my idea, but it's already been in the game. However, when you have a selection of different ways you want to maneuver in the game. For instance, Call of Duty Black Ops 1, you were able to swan dive or dolphin dive, so that's going to be in the game. Or you can slide, slide, or you can dash and mount, mount your gun, and dash to cover to mount your gun. So a mixture of Modern Warfare 2019. Or you can combat roll. You basically go on, you roll forward. So there's 4 different action maneuvers which you can select from. You can only pick one per class, right? And when you do that, it depletes your stamina quite dramatically. Let's say about 30% of your stamina will go if you perform jumping or action maneuvering or super sprint. Right, so if you want to have it more stamina, you're going to have to select this perk called Track Star. So the pro version is reload while running and at full speed. So while you're running, you can reload at the same time. Kick up debris behind you, blurring out enemy visions. Yeah, and what this means is if someone is chasing after you from behind, you can kick up dust particles or debris where it will blur out the enemy's vision behind you, so it'll be hard for him to aim at you because your screen will be quite blurry. Elite, gain momentum behind enemy players, so it's really simple to understand. Breach, the next perk is Breach, which means enhanced action maneuvers and vault quicker and higher. So when you use action maneuvering, like again, slide in, dash and cover, dash and mount, should I say, swan dive or dolphin dive, or combat roll, it will have unique or better properties. The mobility will be better or something, or you move faster while you're in action maneuvering, right? A pro version is hip fire and use equipment while running, like gung ho, maintain accuracy while action maneuvering and running. Yeah, so the hip fire crosshair, it will no longer expand when you're doing those actions, action maneuvering or running. It will stay the same. Elite version is reduce flinch and no knockdowns from explosives, not including streaks. So reduce flinch from explosives though, not bullets, and no knockdowns. Now this is a new feature in the game. Knockdowns basically is a feature where certain perks or certain equipments or variations of equipments will cause you to be knocked down. Knocked down means you fall to the ground, you fall backwards or whatever. The next perk is Bloodlust. Restore health faster by executed headshots, melee combat and objective kills. So after you kill in those type of manners, your health will start to restore immediately instead of waiting for 5 seconds. Pro, receive intel on enemy reinforcements, like the perk in Cold War, don't know what it's called. Elite, enemies that pick up your guns, hack your equipment, watch your kill cam, or steal your care packages are revealed on the minimap. Bull Rush, close by enemies flash red when you are sprinting. So when you're sprinting and there's enemies close by, they will spark red, letting you know that you need to take them out, but this is only in a close range. Pro, action maneuvering and super sprint contact causes a knockdown, like I mentioned before, knockdown. So if you have this perk, Pro, Bull Rush, and let's say you're performing a slide or you're super sprinting and you come in contact with the enemy, you hit the enemy, they won't fall to the ground, they'll be knocked down and stunned. Elite, mobility is uninterrupted, resistance to stopping power, which is something that I'll go into later. It's like an attachment mainly from snipers that if they have the attachment called stopping power and they shoot you, you're unable to super sprint or perform an action maneuver, so you're pretty vulnerable. Next one is lightweight. Lightweight is reduce noises when running, vaulting and climbing ladders, like dead silence. Pro, delay enemy auto detection equipment such as mines, traps, claymores. Right? So once you run past a mine or a claymore, it will not trigger. It would not trigger immediately. It will trigger maybe after 3 seconds. Elite, faster combat, faster melee. You punch or you gun buck quicker. And the next last perk of this tier 1, the aggression tier, is Juggernaut. And the base perk is combat or melee causes knockdown, and you are resistant to knockdowns. So when you punch an enemy, when you melee an enemy with your gun, they will fall to the ground. But if anybody melees you, you will not fall to the ground, so your resistance to knockdowns. Pro, maximize mobility with heavier weapons and increased walk speed. So if you have this perk, Juggernaut, and you want to use an LMG, rocket launcher or snipers, you will move quicker in the same speed like as a AR or SMG. And elite version is reduce flinch from combat, melee and bullet damage. So that's all the perks in tier 1. So you let me know which one's your favorite perk out of all of them. Do you like the idea that I've brought? This is a new Call of Duty template that I've made and created. So yeah, comment down below, like, share and subscribe.